Okay, one more video. So I'm going to have you open up SPSS. So that way, when we come back together next week, this won't be like the very first time you're trying SPSS. So what you want to do is you want to go to, since you're on a Cal State computer, it should be super easy to get into the Cougar apps. And if you've already logged into Cougar apps and found statistics, you can save it. So here I am, I'm in Cougar apps, and I have SPSS saved as one of my favorites. But if you don't have it saved as your favorites, you should have a statistical analysis folder. And if you click on that, there should be IBM SPSS statistics. And if you click on that, it should open it, and you'll get like a Citrix receiver prompt. So just click yeses on all the things. It's a big program, so it does take a while to load. And so once that SPSS gets loaded up, we are going to take from chapter 2, we already looked at that data for video games, right? And we kind of played with that 7.5, what that hour, like where would that go if we were to do half numbers or whole numbers? And so we kind of had this idea of how we'd plot it in 3s, but then it looked like 5s worked better. So your book gave an example of that histogram being plotted with 5 width hours. And so what we're going to do is we're going to actually open up SPSS. So my computer now has it open. I'm going to ignore all of this and go to a new data set. You guys will be getting data sets to use, but today we're just going to do a new data set. So we just have a new blank data set. Nice, new, neat, easy data set. Yes? Sure. So I went to the internet, and then I went to Cougar. On my new tab, I was on Cougar Apps. So CSUSM, so you can just go to the Cal State website and search Cougar Apps. So Cal State website, Cougar Apps. And you'll get this Cougar Apps website. And then you'll get a login. And like I said, mine shows SPSS because I set it as a favorite. But if you don't have anything set as your favorites, you'll just have like this menu. So then you have to click statistical analysis, and then it'll be in there. I know. It's a rabbit hole. Can we find it? Are we so getting there? It does require you to log in. I already logged in, which is why I skipped that page. So you'll get like a green login page, and then you'll log in, and then you'll be on this big thing, and then you click on a statistical analysis, and then it's buried in there. So what you can do is you should have an add to favorite. So you can add it to your favorite, and then you never have to go searching for it again. So now you're going to open it. So when you're open, it'll take some time because it's a really big program. So your screen might go black for a minute, but I stood up here and like talked for how long before it popped open. It's a big program. So now when it's open, you're going to hit new blank data, new data. But in the future, we're going to import data for you. So today we're going to practice really quick entering some data. So if you want, you can see this is minimized. You can close this, right? And I can go back to this histogram and I can minimize this one. So now I'm in a plot. I want to see what this video game data looks like in SPSS. So basically we have our variable here. I have my first data point is what? 9.95. So now you see how it does a variable 1. So I didn't define that variable. And I want to. So I need to go here and I'm going to define my variable as hours playing. I'm just going to say hours. But on my label, now I'm going to get longer. Hours playing video games on weekends. Here's some other cool things and where chapter 1 comes in for you. Says I can have 8 columns. How many decimal points does this go out? We don't need it to go out 8. Oh, wait. So now measure. Hey, this looks familiar. Huh. Is it nominal or is it scale? Or ordinal or scale? What do you think scale stands for? See, do you remember these words? Nominal, ordinal, scale, interval, or ratio. We're missing them, right? Does anyone see interval or ratio as this drop down? There's just scale. So SPSS treats interval and ratio data the same, and you have to click scale. So what type of data are we working with hours? Is that nominal? Is it ordinal? It's what? It's continuous data. It's a scale level data, right? So we want to be sure that SPS knows that 9.5 and all these other numbers that we're entering are scale level. So do we have lots of variables here or just one variable? Just one variable. Awesome. What's our one variable? Hours. But we have scores. We have several scores. So we have 9.5. So now enter them all. They each need their own what? They each need their own line because they're independent. Put that in your brain. Independent scores. So they each are their own person. So this is person 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the hours that they recorded. So I'm up to 11. So now I'm on 10. I need 27.5. And now you can learn if you want to work in a stats lab and enter data all day. How fun is this? Are you guys all signing up for stats internships already? I don't feel the love. I feel like maybe you're not enjoying this like I do. All right, so 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I hit line 25, and I'm starting on line 1. Did I enter all the numbers? Right? Did I enter them all? I've got 25 up here, yes? I landed on line 25. So now I take an eyeball of my data again and hope I got them all entered correctly. Cool. So I'm going to blow this up again so you can see it a little better. So now what we get to do is we get to look at some of this stuff. We are going to, what was it? Graphs. So we are going to do a histogram. So we go to graphs, go to chart builder. Okay, so that, again, they're reminding you, you need to define your variable properties. So we have it. So we are doing a histogram, right? Or a bar. What are we going to do? What do we need? What do our data indicate that we should do? A histogram or a bar? What's the difference? And why is only one the correct answer? Look at the bar picture and look at the histogram picture. What's the difference between them? Look at this one. What do you see between those that you don't see between those? Space. So if there's space between the bars, what does that tell you about that data? Each one of those bars are distinctly different categories. Are distinctly different categories. In a bar graph, we are looking at nominal or ordinal level data only, right? We're looking at categorical data, qualitative data probably. But in a histogram, we go to that graph when we have continuous quantitative data. These categories are kind of seamless between each other, just like hours, right? 9.5 to 10, like they're moving within each other. We have half numbers. So we want to create a histogram. And we want to add our variables. Double click. What are you doing? Oh, drag gallery chart. So we want this one. Okay. So we want this guy, because what is this doing? Do we have levels within a category that we want to differentiate between? No, we don't. And is it one plot that we're trying to see a high or low within? No, we just want to know right here what's going on. So hours playing video games, right? Is our X. Okay? So we've got that variable. We don't want to put a normal curve on it. We like our bar, not beams. Let's see what we get. You guys, does it look just like the book? I don't know. Did we do it right? Look at that. Yay, SPSS. Who did not make this happen? Okay. So now, what you're going to do is I'm going to walk around, and we have about a half hour where I'm here to help you. Your last slide